Good morning. You've got the Aired Out Podcast live from the ASB Financial Studios, Fly on the Wall Productions on North Main Street in Barrie. I'm J.D. Green, and that right there across from me is none other than...
Good morning.
Rayleigh. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How was the weekend?
It was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So here we go.
It's Monday, and it's bitter. Super, super bitter.
Nipply out there.
It's just...
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock, a little after 5, McCormick woke me to go outside. And so, I was expecting that it would be kind of like what it's been. I wasn't expecting Arctic spitting snow, wind,
Sure. And it was.
Whatever. And so we got to the door. I opened the door. McCormick went darting out because he obviously had to go. And Oliver said, "Screw you," and went back to bed.
Oh, well, Oliver's smart.
Yeah, he thought his brother was crazy.
These are the two little
Shih Tzus.
Shih Tzus.
Mm-hmm. Not bags, as you call them.
Shit bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the mild November so far because it is officially over. Snowflakes already in the air. The first accumulating snow, really.
Wednesday,
Looks like
right?
Wednesday,
Tuesday
yes.
into Wednesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday. That's what I'm hearing.
What is it, 3 to 5 feet?
Yeah, right.
Oh, 3 to 5 inches.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What is that? Roger Hill confirmed?
That is Roger Hill confirmed.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So the snow tire rush is on. Get over to Vermont Quick Lube. They'll put them on for you.
I know. I was thinking about going this week, and now I'll probably have to. But Wednesday is not going to be the day, probably, because everybody's going to be there on Wednesday.
Yeah, and there's in that, and now we have Cliff Fleury over there with a broken arm.
Right.
Great timing, Cliff.
Did you see the picture of him the other day crammed into that car, that little Mazda?
No.
He didn't know how to get the top down, so he's crammed into this little Mazda Miata.
Okay, Cliff Fleury and Mazda Miata are...
Don't go.
All of these words should not be used in the same sentence.
It was hysterical.
Oh, my God.
I shared the picture that Craig had put up.
Did they have to cut the roof off?
It looked like they may have to.
Mid-30s today, sun and clouds. Yeah, mid-30s only. And we have a cold one tonight, upper teens. Tomorrow, Tuesday, sun and clouds, upper 30s only. And then Wednesday, 3 to 5 inches of snow, highs in the upper 30s. So, National Seatbelt Day today. Also, National Family PJ Day today.
I'm down with that. I can go home and put my PJs back on, no problem.
Anything that involves PJs today is absolutely fine with me. And National Pickle Day. So,
speaking of pickles, did you see on Saturday the Cornerstone posted a new margarita, the dill pickle.
Oh my God!
Dill
I did
pickle.
See that.
No, not margarita, martini.
I did
with Tito's and some sort of dill pickle, God knows what.
Yeah, they had a picture of it over in the corner there against the brick wall.
Yes. Yes.
Is Mike creating this stuff? He's got to be. He's got to be behind this.
Yeah. Well, of course. What does Cliff say? Life sucks with one arm. I'm sure it does. I was just telling them about you being in that little Mazda Miata. His hand's bigger than the tire.
Yeah, exactly. Cliff, if you missed it, we just said that the words Cliff Fleury and Mazda Miata do not belong together.
No.
At all. We're going to check in with Chris Sanborn of R&L Archery here in just a few minutes to give us, as I said on Facebook, a glimpse of how Washington County hunters did this opening weekend. I think in the higher terrain, they got some snow on the ground, so maybe some help with tracking. But God, Camel's Hump this morning was beautiful. Just bright white. Just gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm still on the fence about calling it beautiful, but
I think it's beautiful. Beautiful right now.
yeah, right.
In the day after Christmas, it's not so beautiful.
Right.
Also, Chief Vale's going to be coming in to talk about this.
Possible attempted abductions.
Yes. I mean, the word kidnapping was used by WCAX, but I mean, this whole, and we'll talk about it more at 9:30. But this whole story
went crazy on Facebook.
There are buzzwords. Well, we'll get into it at 9:30. But there are buzzwords that get people worked up and justifiably. But
yes, and especially if the word kids,
kidnapping
and even children is involved, then it piques us all.
Yeah. So we're gonna find the skinny here. We're gonna get down to it. The chief is gonna spell it out for us. Cassie Fisk on the birthday list today at 30. Mark Parker is celebrating 1. Steve Newton, Helen Fisk, Jamie Cachapaw is 31. Amanda Hatch is on the list today. And Amber Lynn. I'm not sure how to say her last name, but all on the birthday list today. Happy birthday,
Happy
everybody.
birthday.
Yeah. So
And Glenn had a birthday on Saturday. We wished him a happy birthday.
Yes, 68 years old, the old feller. So anyway, God, lots to get to, lots to talk about today. Box office report, Black Panther. FGB did pretty well over the weekend. It was a great weekend to go see a movie because the weather was shitty. But Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, $180 million just over the weekend, just from that one movie. Does that make you ever scratch? I understand the expenses and everything and paying for the production and the actors and all of that. But still, $180 million just
For
over the
day.
weekend.
Right.
My God. After 3 weekends at number 1, Black Adam dropped to second with $8.6 million over the weekend. Ticket to Paradise.
Tragic.
Yeah, tragic.
Yeah.
Ticket to Paradise was third with $6.1 mil, followed by Lyle Lyle Crocodile, 3.2 mil, and Smile, 2.3 mil.
Do you watch Yellowstone on TV?
I know that season 5 with
broke records last night with their premiere.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
at all with Kevin Costner.
Me either.
The old feller looks good.
Of course he does.
I mean, I'm not, saying that,
Of course he does. Kevin Costner, George Strait, He
looks really good. I don't know how old he is, but I mean, of course he does. He has nothing to do all day, Raylene, but sit and work out and eat right. Yellowstone season 5. So you obviously watched.
I did not. I didn't watch. No, I haven't seen any of them. Craig watches it. I've seen bits and pieces, but we know the story. I don't really sit and watch TV.
Well, this is true.
I can't sit still like that.
This is true. The sock toss at Norwich on Friday night. Castleton ended up beating the Cadets 4-3. Kind of a surprise win there from Castleton, but it was a great night. The Darn Tough Sox were flying onto the ice, and it was great. I saw some fantastic pictures from John Sell. Speaking of Darn Tough, horrifically bad news that the Sox sale.
I knew you would be devastated, and many people are. For the third year in a row, they've decided to cancel, and they're citing COVID still. Now, I don't know if they mean COVID because of the lack of employees and the people that could help get this event going, or if they are truly still that concerned about the virus and that people couldn't just mask to be in. I'm not sure.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
super sad.
That Sox sale is, I think 1 year. It was a long time ago. I think one year I spent like $225 or something like that on socks.
I'm not surprised. I've heard about your totes and drawers of socks.
Yeah, I've got big
Poor
plastic
Sherilyn
totes.
and Lily have no place to put their clothes because your socks are in every place they could possibly be.
It's the best sock on the planet, though. I mean, there's darn toughs everywhere. I don't fool around. Listen, if your feet are cold and damp, I don't care who you are. If you have cold and damp feet, you're going to have a shitty day.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, like, I'll come home at the end of the day.
Change your socks.
Right away, change socks. I want nice, dry, clean socks on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Inner peace. That's me. I know you think I'm a freaking loon. You do.
For many reasons.
I know you do. I'm going to try Chris Sanborn here over at RNL.
Hello.
There he is right there. Hi, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
We're well. I know things are busy for you this morning, and we appreciate you coming on the air with us. You're live on the Aired Out podcast. Tell us how opening weekend was for Washington County.
Well, I believe it or not, the forecasted rainstorm and remnants of hurricane slowed things down quite a bit on Saturday.
Did it really?
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. We had 16 deer reported on Saturday. Last year, by comparison, 42. So
wow.
Yeah, it was a big hit. But yesterday was good. The hunters made it back out. Saturday night, I think, was a good night. The deer are moving. Sunday morning, the deer are moving. And this morning, we've already got a line at the way station right now. So they're bringing them in.
What are you seeing? Are you seeing some healthy bucks? Does?
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
You know what? No does. Those aren't open right
Oh, that's
now,
right.
So.
Yeah.
So thankfully we had no does brought in. But no, the bucks are good. They're we've had our fair share of big ones. The body weights seem to be doing pretty well. They seem to be a little higher than normal, I think. I haven't actually checked the numbers, but it sure felt like it. And we hit our 200 pound. We had one brought in at 201, which is always the we hope to have one or two of those that hit that 200 pound mark. So
wow.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures you posted, and there looked like there were several really nice looking.
Yeah, it's been a good season. Even rifle just opened, but it's been bow season since the 1st of October. So just all the season has been real good. Our numbers have been pretty strong. So despite the warm weather,
seeing some pretty good points.
The points are good. The racks are pretty heavy mass and some decent points. And looking out the window right now at one at the way station, it looks like a 6 or 8 pointer, but it's got some tall spikes to it, so it looks good.
Not that you're looking out the window at it's someone walking by with a good rack. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, jeez.
No,
it's hunting season. We can talk about racks all we want.
Yes, we can. Oh my God! Listen,
leave it to you.
Chris. We're going to check in with you again, maybe later part of the week or maybe early next week, and see what you got at that point. But we're glad to chat with you, pal.
While we have you, though, really quick, I just want to say thank you to you for all that you do for the community and all of the events and raffles and stuff that you always jump on board with and help out with. Thank you, greatly appreciated.
Oh, thank you. We love being a part of all that stuff. We live here, so that's all that community stuff. It's all affects us too.
You guys are always front and center. Raylene's right. We appreciate everything you do. And thanks for being willing to hop on the air with us. You guys got a good read on this, a good dial on what's going on locally, and we really appreciate that, Chris.
No, we appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
All right, pal. We'll be in touch with you again real soon. Chris Sanborn from RNL Archery. Busy guy. You hear the phone ringing in the background. He said he already had a line this morning.
Line at the way station.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So some of the national headlines. The flu season is already hitting really hard across the United States. You posted up something this morning on this, Raylene. A little baby.
The RSV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know actually a couple of adults with RSV as well, which I guess I was always under the impression that was a child-infant type
Yep.
issue. I
I
did
was under
not
the same.
realize that adults could get it as well. I don't know what I thought, but
I'm just looking this morning on the CDC's report, their flu view report that they do. Extraordinarily high numbers of positive flu tests reported to the agency from labs around the United States. As of November 5th, 14,000 positive flu tests had been reported, and that's more than 12 times the number reported at the same time in 2019. So, get your damn flu shot. Did you get yours yet?
of course
I haven't got mine yet.
I did.
I need to do it like...
Yes, you do. I don't know what the holdup is.
Thank you. I need people kind of getting...
I have all my vax on board. I don't mess around with that stuff because I'm already fragile as far as medical comes anyways, and so
Yep.
I just try to be as careful as I can be.
Proactive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you get the full-blown flu once you got the vaccination and you were puking and the high fever and the whole... Did you get the whole thing? What
I
happened?
didn't have anything, not even a
Nothing.
sore arm.
Incredible.
No.
And it's different for everybody.
I've only had one reaction, and it was to the very first COVID vaccine that I got. And I was just super, super tired for
Yep.
24 hours.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to do was sleep, which was great, really, because I never sleep. So,
Right.
yeah, that was it. But I usually don't tend to get a reaction.
It's the kids that kind of, in school and everything. It's the RSV that kind of, and I think that's more like respiratory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But about half of the United States, 22 states, along with Washington, D.C., New York City, and Puerto Rico, reporting high or very high respiratory illness activity. So, flu season is sweeping the country, folks.
I'm really not surprised. We have, we've been masking and protecting so close, it doesn't surprise me that people's immunity is much lower than normal. And
That's exactly what the infectious disease pros are saying.
yeah,
That's
not
it.
surprising at all. And the thing is that some of the things that we were doing, we should continue to do anyways. The hand washing and the, not necessarily all the sanitizer constant, but
Sure.
it certainly doesn't hurt to put some on as soon as you are done touching a shopping cart that 300 other people have touched, or some baby was drooling on, or it just.
You ever get the urge, Raylene, to pick your nose? Yeah, of course you do, because you're human. Stop looking at me like that. We all do, Raylene. I do. And I have to tell myself, I was just in Walmart. Don't pick the nose right now. Wait. Wash your hands first, then pick your nose.
Oh my God!
But it's true though, Raylene.
You really are fucking twisted.
It's true.
I'm just telling you.
We all have picked our nose, and it's been over the weekend. I was with Lily. We were in Walmart. I got out to the car. I wanted to pick my nose. Couldn't do it. I said I have to tell myself, don't pick your nose. You were just in Walmart.
Could you take a tissue and blow your nose instead?
No.
Oh.
No, that's not good enough. I love the look you give me. Here's Chief Vale, who's walking in right now.
Great.
So wonderful. We've got a microphone right over there for you, my friend. Chief Vale,
He's taken that seat before. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He walks in here and we're pointing at him, telling him what to do, where to go, where to sit.
Yeah. Who do you think you are anyway?
Taking orders.
I have been married for 32 years, so I'm quite used to it.
We're glad to have you in here. Thank you
No worries.
for coming in and for chatting with us. And thank you, Raylene, for reaching out to Chief Vale and saying, we got to get you in here. First of all, let's say this. We've been wanting to get you in here for a long time
Well, we
now.
had him in
He
one
was
time.
in one time.
Yep.
One time.
But
And it's amazing that he's willing to come back. But thank you
You're welcome.
for taking some time out this morning. So we were just, Raylene and I were just getting up on the soapbox a little while ago, talking about buzzwords and social media and how things can really
take flight.
take flight, create their own momentum, and prior to the days of Facebook, we had to rely on our sources like newsprint or TV or whatever. But now that we've got social media, we kind of, as a culture, as a society, we're kind of creating our own news, our own spin, and
It's instant.
it's instantaneous.
Absolutely.
And rumors can fly quickly, as you well know. CAX published the story, and I've got it right here in front of me, saying that Barrie City Police are investigating 2 reports of suspicious, possible abduction-like activity. And there's some conflicting stuff here with timelines. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, we're hearing, and mychamplainvalley.com ran a story that was similar but had a different timeline. What happened, Chief?
So what I will call the first incident that came to our attention was on Friday. An individual had reported that an 8-year-old was approached on Brook Street in the area of North Seminary Street, and this gentleman had made some comments toward him and was walking behind him, and the comments were construed to be that the child felt that he was going to be kidnapped. So based on that, as you stated, folks put out their own spin on things on social media before a press release was even issued. Another area resident had seen those posts and had witnessed a similar incident that on its face didn't trigger anything until he had seen the Facebook post. That incident occurred on Wednesday, where he had witnessed a truck following very slowly 3 kids walking up Merchant Street. And it was a similar truck. The first one was reported as a blue Ford on Friday. The one that occurred on Wednesday was reported as a blue Ford Ranger. So both being blue and Fords. We're not sure if they're connected or not, or if this is, just an anomaly of suspicious activity or what it is. But we are treating it as if it were abduction-like activity. We have to, run everything to the end to rule it out, or if it's ruled in, then we have to deal with it as well.
Some of the things that were said were things like the city is on lockdown.
Yeah.
And so we know that didn't happen, that possibly a officer gave very good advice to the fact that we're looking into this, and you should probably make sure that kids aren't out unattended while we review this or look into it, which, I don't know, common sense and good advice, I think. But certainly the city wasn't put into any lockdown.
Correct. The city was not, put into any lockdown. And I do agree with you. Anybody that has young children should be cognizant that there are bad actors out there. You gotta watch the children.
Of course.
fortunately, we have a great community, and it does take a community and a village to raise every child.
Sure.
So it's good that we look out for our children and
We should
report
always
things.
be vigilant. We should always be have
Absolutely.
our eyes open, paying attention, whether you have kids or not. Just
Right.
be aware of your surroundings and what's going on.
Right. Absolutely.
So, what happened on where was specifically? Where was all of this? What roads was this on?
So the one that occurred was reported on Friday to have occurred was in the area of Brook Street and North Seminary Street.
Okay.
And the one that was reported, it was reported on Saturday, but it was reported to have occurred on Wednesday, occurred on Merchant Street.
Okay, and that was allegedly when this blue Ford truck was following a group of a couple of young boys.
Correct.
Okay. I wonder what took so long to report something that happened on Wednesday.
Well, a lot of the times, when things happen, you don't think much of it, and you just until something else is brought up.
Yeah.
And usually, hence when you issue a press release and ask for other information, people start saying, well,
Oh, yeah.
I saw something, but, at the time I really didn't think anything of it until I've seen this, and now to me it appears suspicious, so I'm going to report it.
Do we have a description of this guy? I know what's been said in the
So
paper here.
the incident on Friday was reported to be a male individual in around his 40s,
Okay.
wearing blue pants and a dark hoodie. The incident that occurred on Wednesday was reported to be a male individual with salt and pepper hair, so it could also be an individual in their 40s. So we'll see where that leads.
Obviously, and Raylene, cut me off here if you need, but obviously this is under an investigation.
Yes.
And there's probably a whole lot that you can't say. But what do we do now?
So right now, I have the detectives are going to be out looking for video opportunities. Any of the stores that have the video feeds in and around the area. That they can review during the time frame that it was reported and see if we can identify either one of the vehicles. And they'll be out canvassing the area where it occurred as well to see if anybody may have seen anything that, again, they didn't think anything of it, but now that we're bringing it up, they may be, oh yeah, I did see something.
Do we have any more description on this blue Ford pick? Was it an old truck or a newer one?
We do not at this time, and that's why we're hopefully looking to find the video opportunities and revisit speaking with the individuals that reported it.
When I read the story and I saw blue, I'm right away I'm thinking light blue, dark blue.
Yeah,
Right.
Again, it was just reported as blue. The first one was a blue Ford, and the other report was a blue Ford Ranger. So we have to look into all possibilities there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I greatly appreciate you coming in and being willing to put some people's minds at ease in a way. I mean,
Sure.
there's no ease about the fact that this is being looked into,
Right.
but an ease as to what actually occurred and that
It wasn't what it appeared to be.
It wasn't right. It wasn't what it necessarily appeared to be. That we still, we all want people to remain vigilant and aware. And like you said, it takes a village. And just because it's not your kids outside playing or you don't have kids doesn't mean you don't want to kind of keep an eye if you know and just know your surroundings all the time.
We want everyone to feel safe, obviously, in their own community, of which we love tremendously.
Right. Know that you can call the police and know that just because they didn't immediately go back and post on their Facebook page doesn't mean that they're not trying to be transparent.
Exactly.
They're doing their job, and give them a minute, please.
Right. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Back the hell off. And relax with the verbiage and the jargon that's being used on social media platforms.
Yes, just be careful and mindful of what you say. And even for the sake of children that may be reading this as well, let the parents have a discussion with their kids first of how these steps should go.
It's always a good reminder to have those discussions with your kids, no matter how old they are.
Do you know if this is something that the resource officer will be discussing at the school at any point? Or
I imagine he will be bringing that up, and I would hope that the school integrates some sort of messaging to the community as well, because we like to it starts with the kids. We partner with the school quite a lot over these types of things, and hopefully they send out little reminders, and they can bring it up in their class and maybe have little safety lessons as they move forward. It's always good to revisit those.
Yes.
And obviously, if I ask you a question that you're not comfortable with answering, you can tell me to shut up. But do we know anything about the interaction between this young child and the driver of this vehicle that would suggest to us the word possible attempted kidnapping or abduction?
Well, we do know a little bit about that interaction, and by purpose, some of those things are withheld. So, we have that in our back pocket if it does move forward to an issue where someone becomes a potential suspect and there's charges.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to add?
Again, I'd just like to stress, that folks remain vigilant, as they're out there, and, we got to take care of the children in the community.
Yeah. Anything to close out with, Raylene?
No, I greatly appreciate his time and willingness to
big time
come here, sit with us, do this, and it's just another way to show the community that they are here, they are active, and they do want us all to be whole and involved.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
Very much. Raylene, do we have a Barry Beat tonight?
We do.
All right.
Yes.
Streaming live at 8 o'clock?
Streaming live at 8 o'clock. Michael and I will see you there.
All right. Looking forward to it. On the Barry City Community fan page and Barry Beat podcast page right here on Facebook. Aired Out is seen and heard live on Facebook from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street, Barry, Vermont, the epicenter of Central Vermont. We appreciate you. And we are also streamed around the world on Facebook and YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn Radio, Podchaser, Deezer, and Podcast Addict, as well as GeoSavant. Thanks for liking and following the page. Don't forget to comment and share any episode that you enjoy. We will see you again tomorrow morning. Thanks, Raylene. Thank you, Chief.